It's on a Friday. I'm just leaving the Munsborough job. Oh, tired. Always gets like that on a Friday, but I don't know why. That's just something that's ingrained in now because I'm just letting the dog walk on a lead all over the place. They're looking at me for? You're letting your dog all over. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna chuck another van talking ready for one of the segments that is more for that little breakdown, because I glossed over it just in stuff, but I don't want to moat dog down. Westy sauce. It was, so if I go back, I'd got on my own, doing my own thing, and we had this job, which actually there's something else going on with it at the minute. We had this job, and it was just really hard. It'd been really awkward, really funny with us. Struggled to get paid. We had so many things. I even put it on one of paving groups, and everyone, I mean, you get slated on there, don't you? And everyone just said, bang on job, boy. And just, I don't want to say too much about it, because actually someone else has took it on, had it ripped up through some kind of insurance thing, and actually they're in trouble now. They've got in touch with me because they're going through something similar. So that knocked confidence a lot. It did. And then we had another job on where they'd again, like, not the same as that one, I took over from someone else that had gone, and now I know better. When that situation is just do not go near them when someone's left, because they've done something's gone wrong. I mean, there is bad things, but usually you got to think, as a tradesman business, there's something up. If someone's walked a job and left it, walked off, there's something gone wrong. Like, and it's normally them, like customers been funny with them or something, or giving them trouble. And I did two at the same time. It were an extension that I tried to get someone out of trouble. Again, same as that, tried to help them out. And yeah, that were a thing. And then my dad were finishing off some stuff, and they said all that way doing this last bit of work, turning funny, and they did. They knocked my dad for like $3.5 grand. Didn't pay him. Said they're not paying at all. And I remember it was, oh God, you know, if you've ever had up like that done, you know how bad it is. And I didn't know how to deal with him that time. You get all sorts of things going through, don't you? I mean, knowing now, I have got some recovery people that I know, and I've seen people using it. I'd just be straight onto them, straight away. I wouldn't even play games. But luckily, well, no, we do everything we can, and you've got to be very careful with your customers that you choose and that, because there's some terrible ones about, if you see stuff on Facebook and they're real, there's some things that's real. There's people getting knocked and that all the time, not getting paid, fighting for the money. Just telling this customer here, he's retired, but he had a company doing shutters, you know, like shutters for shops and that. And he just says they just don't pay, or they're battling for it for months and months for the money for shutters. He said that happens regular as all. So yeah, it were. He's trying to remember now, because you just harden up and move on, don't you? That's probably the process of getting harder. So I remember just not being able to sleep, waking up my heart like pounding and that, nightmares. It must leave into a focus. It starts to give nightmares and stuff like that. These jobs are ongoing. I think probably that stage I'd not been paid off them. But I mean, so you've not only made nothing, you're paid for everything, paid for materials and stuff. So things are different now. So you've got to protect yourself. I mean, people are out there to do stuff like that. I mean, it's not. I'm not even going to say, oh, there's cowboy builders, because I don't care one bit, because I'm not one. I'm not going to knock no one, so don't concern me, them that do that sorts of thing. I'm bothered about customers that do it, because they are out there. But I'll say ours are bang on. We're doing high quality work, and they can see that. They come searching us out now. If someone comes through us for a job, we're getting it. Like. That's why we're with Marshalls, Tobermore, all people like that, you see, because real recognise real. West side. South side, South Yorkshire gang. Yeah, and I was like pounding in my chest. Most of the things I could feel like when my hands, I could hold my hand out and I'd be like vibrating, and this chest, like butterflies in my chest, like all the time. And I think it would just destroy me. I woke up, I remember now, actually, them days I did not want to go out of bed. Just, I don't know whether it was like anxiety, scared more than out, scared to death of going out. Not me right. And I think it was probably like, God, it was probably a year or something until it all just went away. But that's what they can do to you. That's what they can do. It's disgusting, to be honest. And that's where a lot of people get in. But luckily, through probably my dad, wife and that, and other people, I think I had some other people that were saying, you know what I mean, it's not right what's happened, it's not you. Someone else actually said he had something similar done, like someone I know closely, and he said it knocked his confidence for so long. So it don't make it any different, but for some reason when you can share with someone and they say going through the same, but the mental health thing, I mean, that there have been many people that would have just gave in sort of thing. So when it gets to that level, it ain't worth it. I mean, you've not even got any money, but say, I don't know, there's no money with that, but it won't get to that level, like sort of thing, because if you were getting paid, if they're not paying you, then things start to go wrong, then you are going to get to that. But if you're getting paid, they've been right with you, and there's no real reason to get to that state added. People have got to start putting a lot of pressure on. You've got to let people allow some pressure to get to you, which I don't now at all. So there were loads back and forth for that jobs, morning, night. I'll be sorting stuff out with them. A lot of people, a lot of stuff rests on our shoulders. Keeping people, either going out, whatever, they go for weekends, they're moving houses, getting stuff, and that all. I mean, you carry all that with you. So that's what you've got to be cut out for. So when people think, oh, it's expensive, I don't really get that with expensive quotes. Oh, it's extortionate quotes. It's like you do not know what that comes with, that carrying that load. And that's why there's a load of people getting into it. There was some going round here now, a few of them sorts, and it's disgusting work they're doing. Absolutely shameful, and people are still having them do it. That's the thing. Some good uns round us. So there's one in Bolton. There's some real good lads, and we're all about laughing that between us, friendly competition and stuff like that, even online. And that's how it should be. But there's some of them, there's just some bad stuff going off. But yeah, and then when it came to that edit, or when I mentioned when I were on toilet sort of thing, and I can't remember, I just, tired, sorry. I remember on toilet, I'm just shaking, and I think Keely was talking to me, and I couldn't, like weird, I couldn't hear properly, I couldn't really see either, very strange. There must have been so much load on my brain that it was just destroying my senses. It was, honestly, I must have been proper on verge of a nervous breakdown. And it's happened to stacks of people with businesses, hasn't it? My God, it happens to most people, to be fair. And I'm not scared of saying to it, I'll tell anyone, help me. I'm not going to get one bit about someone saying whatever about that. I'm not bothered one bit. I'll tell anyone out, and if it helps someone, like even it did with me, that someone had been through that, yeah, shaking, and I would just felt like something we were going to get. That's all I felt like something we were going to break. My mind, I suppose, thought we were going to break. I didn't know I was close to, I said to Kerry, I don't know, I'm going to have to go somewhere, I need some sort of help. And I can't really remember, I think, what happened now? I think my dad went back and finished, and I think my dad had to take over for a bit, and I think I just had some time off. and it just sort of healed up. But I remember for months after that, I mean, I weren't confident in doing anything then, second guessing myself all the time. But that sort of strength is what's made me like now, do you know what I mean, been able to have whatever, 8, 9, 10, soon to be 11, 12 workers, 3, 4 sites on, tens, hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of stuff per year, many hundreds, who knows actually how many turnover materials, tens of thousands of pounds resting on us, going out doing quotes, got a wife doing it, going out quotes, going to sites, ordering. That's what's made me into it now. So if you are going through something like that, you do come out the other side of it, hopefully. If whoever made you feel like that ever made you feel like doing some harm to yourself, then I don't know, I mean, I did not feel that, but I would say then you need to stop, definitely, whatever you're doing. If it's made you feel any of them sort of thoughts, whatever it is, you need to stop and that's it, have some time off. And it depends, like, this is the thing, if you're having them sort of feelings, like just generally, when you're not having trouble at work and stuff and with jobs and you've got them things just from stress, and you don't want to be doing that because it ain't worth it. I mean, when I went like that, things went terribly wrong. I didn't get paid. I mean, it was thousands of pounds and stuff trying to knock us for. So, and that's why I went like that. If that's happening to you normally, then you really don't want to be. It's really not good for you at all, that. And notes with that, your mental health. So I understand with any of mine, if ever like that came up, any of my lads, I would look after them as well. It's something that needs to be talking about. Like, it's going to be a big thing for me, mental health. Well, I've had that little episode, but I know how prevalent it is. And just what gets me is that the stuff going round about females, all help there is out for them, and there's lads like it's terrible, some of the stuff that's done to them. Don't have to get into that side of abuse, but just the men's mental health. I mean, the worst ones, like young men killing themselves, like every day they're doing it, and it's still taboo. They can say, oh, they're trying to do this, but it's not clear. You know, you've still got fucking someone like doing a stupid dance on TikTok and that with millions of followers or some bullshit like that, and that is exactly the trouble. I think maybe people want to watch this mindless stuff to take their brain away from it, and you can't. You need to face it head on. You need to be crushed. That's what you have to do, unfortunately. It's not. I think that's why they've got so many followers, and likes and subscribers on channels. Like, who's watching them? Just this. That must be some kind of people's way of decompressing. But it weren't mine, and I'm like, attitude that you've got to be proper forged in fire sort of thing. And hopefully you can get through stuff like that. This is a bit suspect, this little thing. Double roundabout, double rainbow. Seen that video? What a fucking knob, yeah, fucking landscapes and all. Seem not indicate. Knows where coming, that's why. Taking over. What are you doing? Why? One main things I think for me and mental health, if I put it to your teams, to keep it right, is have a laugh at work. Definitely have a laugh like we do. You ought to see them. You ought to go. Like, if I just put a camera on and you had them what they are, they all love it. There ain't no like that. If someone ever felt like that, people would know. Because that's how you've got to be. And if they have got members of your team that are bringing that sort of energy, you need to cull them off. I'm telling you, trust me. You need to get rid of them. If they're not pulling the weight, it has an effect on your team massively. That probably contributes to a lot. Because a lot of them things stem from what I've heard is, well, it's not talked about so much. This is what I mean. I watch a lot of content and I can't think of examples. Like, I'm wanting to maybe I'm just so busy with work, but it's something that needs to be talked about. Try and get some people in and interview them and actually say the things that's going through, the kind of stuff they have trouble with. That's why I try to get in comments and stuff if you can. That's why I said to share and recommend it, because it's trying to actually do something with it. Yeah, we've got his business. I mean, we've got months and months of work. Not bothered if it's like it's something to do with that. No, it's actually it's to do with this, because this is a way bigger problem. And unfortunately, people are just out for the sen. We know that, out for themselves, and that's it. So when you can actually make differences like that, it's definitely worth a lot more. So people can think what they want to think, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm all right. I do all right, thanks. So yeah, again, I am trying to work that in to get something going. It might have to be a podcast or something like that. But again, in comments, put stuff, because there were a couple that came through, some really good ones. It will grow, it is growing at a big rate. I mean, what we're on now, is it like 250 subs or something like that? And it only compounds, doesn't it? So it will get big, I know it will. Everybody tells me it will. People who are in the thing all going to say they know what's going to happen. So that's where it's going, really. But yeah, these are, they're not like van talks, aren't they? Just turn into van rambles, and I start getting pissed off at stuff. You just start getting me just devolving into madness. Like, we've got a topic and it was my mental health breakdown, and it just turned into that. So anyway, yeah, I'm going back to another site now. Friday, I mean, I'm off. I've got a Paul Tinker's event. It's like a black tie event, and there's only me going. Why, there's one seat left on this table. So I'm going there tomorrow. I don't start till 7. I don't know who's going to be there. It's probably going to be a proper strange ordeal. Like, it's a lot of property people. So I can go and mingle with them, see what's going on. Probably not get phone out, they'll think I'm a right dick. Well, I am anyway, but they'll actually know I'm a dick then, and then they'll not want to do any sort of business stuff. But yeah, there's going to be some very influential people there, and there's some good people. Things that have actually been successful, and that's when you can make a difference. It's not all about money, but unfortunately in this world you need to do something to have a difference with things. You need to be doing well financially to make a difference to things, to people, to give people a job, to support them. You have to. So when they say it's not all about money, it's like, well, no, it's not. But do you mean it can help sort a lot of problems. It's hard. I heard a very good quote. It's hard being poor. It's hard being poor. So you might as well do well for yourself, sort of thing. But that's why it trades. We do well. We all do. Really good. We used to be laughing things, but now they get paid more than teachers and all sorts. So that's that. But yeah, a little instalment of Van Talk. He's getting busy on a Friday. It's warm as always, 17. Another instalment to go in. So yeah, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Keep checking in, share it, recommend it. I don't even know how it works. But yeah, thanks a lot for listening, taking your time. And if you ever want to talk, you can contact us one way or another on any socials. You can if you don't want to comment, just go find me on one at socials. I'm on them. I share all my own stuff. Facebook, probably best. Messenger's probably best. There is his numbers there. There's his numbers on there and all, if you really wanted to talk to someone. But I would on an evening. It's probably best time. If you message me, not a right phone call person, because I deal with a lot of clients and people at once through messages. If I'm on phone to someone, that's it. I'm one call and I'm stuck. So message is best way to contact me. You know, I've had some good times, I've had some hard times and all. So I can definitely give any young ones or older people any advice on stuff. So yeah, thanks for following us, thanks for supporting us, and keep it going, and keep tuning in anyway. We're going to keep it coming, 2 videos a week, Van Talk / Van Rambles, and Hours Way Weekly. So yeah, thank you, and see you all later. Thumbs.